You keep waiting, waiting for a sign, a breakthrough, a person, someone to notice your pain, your struggle, your potential. But let me tell you the truth. No one wants to say out loud, no one is coming. Not your family, not your friends, not a lucky break. You are the rescue plan. Comment: I take full responsibility if you're done waiting and ready to take control. The world owes you nothing. It's harsh, it's cold, and it rewards those who build anyway. So if you're sitting around hoping someone will hand you the life you want, you'll die waiting. You don't need saving. You need to wake up. You need to decide. Comfort is a trap dressed as peace. Every day you stay comfortable, you stay stuck. Every excuse you protect is a chain around your neck. You think you're waiting for the right time, but the clock is ticking while your potential collects dust. Move now. There's nobody coming to knock on your door and say, it's your turn. You have to take it. Rip it from the hands of fear, laziness, and doubt. Stand up, even if your knees shake. Step forward, even if the ground looks uncertain. Progress doesn't wait for clarity. It demands courage. You've been lied to, told that things get better on their own. They don't. Things get better when you get stronger, when you stop blaming, when you stop blaming for applause and start building in silence. Success isn't found, it's created. And guess who's responsible? You, not your past, not your circumstances, not the people who hurt you. You. The day you accept that is the day everything changes. Take back your power, because no one is coming. It's all on you, and that's the most freeing truth you'll ever hear. You've got two choices: own your life or let it own you. There is no middle ground, no neutral state. Every day you delay, you choose weakness. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, you feed the part of you that wants to stay average. People will tell you to be patient, but patience without action is procrastination in disguise. You don't need more time. You need more urgency. Hunger, fire, the kind that keeps you awake at night, the kind that makes you uncomfortable in comfort. Most people lose because they treat life like it's guaranteed, like there's always more time, more chances, more someday. But someday is a lie. There's only now, and now is already slipping through your fingers. So what are you going to do about it? Blame is the drug of the weak. It numbs the pain of responsibility. It's easy to point at your parents, your boss, your trauma, but the truth, your life is your fault. And that should excite you, because if it's your fault, it means you can fix it. You are more capable than you act, more powerful than you speak. But power means nothing if it's never used. Unused potential is poison. It eats away at you quietly daily, until one day you look in the mirror and realize you've wasted the one shot you had. So stop looking around. Stop waiting for motivation, permission, or validation. This is your moment. This is your war. And the only way you win is by standing up and fighting for what's yours. No one is coming, but you are still here, and that's enough. Get this through your mind. No one's going to feel sorry enough to fix your life. They've got their own problems, their own battles. The world doesn't pause because you're struggling. It keeps moving. And if you don't keep up, you get left behind. People might care, but not enough to carry you, not enough to rebuild you, not enough to stay up all night fixing what you keep breaking with your excuses. They'll clap for you when you win, but they won't walk with you through the storm. That's your job. You want real change? Then kill the victim in you. Starve it. Let it die. Because as long as you keep feeding that part of yourself that blames and whines and waits, you'll never rise. The new version of you, it starts where the old one stops complaining. You have to make a decision, a violent, absolute, non-negotiable decision that says, I will not live like this anymore. That kind of decision doesn't ask for opinions. It doesn't beg for support. It just moves. It builds. It transforms. The great ones weren't saved. They were forged in silence, in pain, in doubt. They took hits. They were underestimated. They were alone, but they stayed focused. They kept showing up. And now the world calls them lucky. That's the lie people tell themselves to avoid the truth. Effort beats rescue every time. So if you're waiting for someone to notice you, stop. Notice yourself. Notice yourself. Invest in yourself. Because once you realize that no one is coming, you start becoming the kind of person who doesn't need saving. The moment you stop relying on others is the moment you start rising, because now there says no one to blame. No crutch, no backup plan. Just you, your grit, and the mirror staring back, asking, did you give it everything today? Stop outsourcing your strength. You weren't made to be carried. You were made to carry, to lift your own weight, to face your own demons, to take the hits and still keep swinging. That's how you build the kind of character this world respects, not through comfort, but through fire. Don't mistake attention for help. Just because people see you doesn't mean they'll save you. They'll watch you drown before they get their shoes wet. And even if they throw you a rope, it's still you who has to pull yourself up. That's life. That's truth. That's power. You think success is about talent? No. It's about endurance, hunger, how long you can fight without praise, how long you can build with no recognition. Anyone can smile when they're supported, but only the chosen few keep grinding when they're forgotten. This isn't about being fearless. It's about doing it anyway. It's about walking into the unknown, not because someone's guiding you, but because you've finally realized your future is worth the risk. Your pain is worth the trade. Your vision is worth the fight. And when you realize no one's coming, that's when you stop begging and start building. That's when the victim dies and the leader is born, and that version of you, that's the one who changes everything. It's time to get brutal with yourself. Look at your habits. Look at your excuses. Look at how often you say, I can't, when the truth is I won't. You're not blocked. You're just distracted. You're not stuck. You're undisciplined. And that's on you. Every day you make choices. You either move forward or stay the same. You either invest in your future or waste time protecting your comfort. Your life is the result of your standards. And if your life isn't what you want, it's time to raise them. No one is coming to drag you out of bed. No one is coming to silence your inner critic. No one is going to knock the phone out of your hand and say, focus. You've got to do that. You've got to parent yourself. You've got to do that. You've got to parent yourself. You've got to become the warrior your future needs. Because here's what happens when you don't take control. Life does it for you. And life doesn't ask nicely. It will humble you. It will break you. It will expose every crack in your foundation. So fix it now, before life forces your hand. The world doesn't reward intentions. It rewards execution, effort, sacrifice. Everyone wants to feel good, but the ones who win are the ones who are willing to feel pain, discomfort, rejection, loneliness, and keep going anyway. That's focus. That's power. So build the discipline, build the engine, build the life. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for signs. You're the sign. You're the plan. You're the only shot you've got. Don't waste it waiting for someone to come do the work you were born to do. The biggest lie is that you need more time. You don't. You've had time. You just didn't use it. You wasted it on distractions, on doubts, on trying to feel ready. But here's the truth. Readiness is a myth. Action creates clarity, not the other way around. You keep telling yourself you're preparing, but you're not. You're hiding. You're delaying. You're protecting yourself from failure by choosing inaction. But inaction is failure. It's just dressed in silence. It kills more dreams than any mistake ever could. Stop running from the work. Run toward it. Let it shape you. Let it expose your weakness and show you what needs to be built. No one gets stronger avoiding resistance. You grow by leaning into it, by getting punched and learning how to punch back harder. You want to build confidence. Earn it through sweat, through effort, through days when you show up with nothing in the tank and still give it your all. Confidence isn't found. It's created, built through discipline, stacked one decision at a time. And guess what? No one will applaud your grind. Not at first. That's how it works. You suffer in silence, you build in the shadows, and if you stay consistent long enough, the light finds you. But if you're doing it for applause, you'll never last. So stop needing support. Become your own momentum. Become so focused, so hungry, that doubt has no room to speak. Because when you stop waiting, stop wishing, and start working like your life depends on it, everything changes. The most dangerous belief you can hold is that someone else is responsible for your success, that your environment, your upbringing, your boss, your relationship, any of it controls your destiny. That lie will keep you trapped for life. You're not a tree. You're not stuck. You're not powerless. You are capable of more than you've dared to admit. But you'll never experience that power if you keep pointing fingers and praying someone fixes what you refuse to face. You have to stop outsourcing your freedom. Every time you say, I can't because of them, you hand them your control. Take it back. Stand in the fire. Own the pain, because the person who owns the pain owns the future. You want respect? Start by respecting yourself. Wake up on time. Show up when you said you would. Keep the promises you make to your own reflection, because the way you treat your commitments is the way the world will treat you. Most people live in circles because they never commit to a straight line. Focus. Follow through. Finish. It's not glamorous. It's not flashy. But it separates those who dream from those who do. Winners don't need perfect conditions. They just need a decision. You've got a life to build, a standard to raise, a legacy to create, and no one's coming to push you there. No mentor, no miracle, no magic. Just you doing the work no one sees for the results no one can deny. You can't heal what you keep hiding from, and you can't win if you're still waiting for someone to come fix your mindset. No one can do your inner work. No one can break your bad habits but you. You're either rewiring your life or repeating your past. People will offer advice, maybe even encouragement, but accountability. That's an inside job. Nobody cares about your dream as much as you do. And if you're waiting for someone else to push you, remind you, motivate you, you'll never move far. The reason you feel stuck isn't because life is unfair. It's because your standards have stayed too low for too long. Raise them. Get angry at your excuses. Get disgusted with your laziness. Use that emotion to change the equation. You don't need to do everything today, but you do need to start. Start the routine. Start the discipline. Start the silence. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to decide that the old version of you is no longer allowed to lead. Your goals don't care how you feel. Your dream life doesn't respond to moods. It responds to movement. Show up tired. Show up hurt. Show up when it's ugly. That's how winners are made. That's how you earn a future that doesn't require rescue. The difference between the few who rise and the many who stay stuck. The few accept this truth. No one is coming, and they make that their power, not their pain. Every second you waste waiting for someone to believe in you is a second stolen from your future. Stop begging people to see your potential. See it yourself. Build it yourself. Let the results speak for you when the world finally looks your way. You don't need a crowd. You need a reason. One that burns hotter than your fear. One that makes quitting feel like death. That kind of reason turns silence into strength. Loneliness into leverage, and pressure into power. You either suffer with purpose or you suffer without progress. People want the reward but avoid the requirements. You don't get a strong body without pain. You don't get a sharp mind without challenge. You don't get a better life without breaking who you used to be. If you want transformation, you have to go through the fire. And here's the truth about that fire. No one will walk through it with you. They might cheer for you from the sidelines, but they can't carry you across. You've got to burn your excuses. You've got to melt down every version of yourself that chose comfort over courage. You will lose people when you take control. You'll scare them, intimidate them, make them uncomfortable with your intensity. Let them go. The right people don't fear your power. They respect it. And the wrong ones, they were only holding you back anyway. So rise. Not with noise, not with drama, but with quiet, consistent, unshakable action. Every day you move forward without needing to be saved is a day you prove to yourself that you've already been rescued by your own discipline. You are not behind. You're just not focused. That's the truth. You've been busy, not productive, distracted, not disciplined. You've been confusing motion with progress. It's time to get real, time to get ruthless with how you spend your energy. Audit your life like your future depends on it, because it does. Look at your routine, your screen time, your habits, your circle? Is any of it helping you evolve, or is it just keeping you entertained while your dreams rot in the background? You don't need more knowledge. You need more execution. You already know what you should be doing. You're just not doing it. So stop searching for secrets. Stop looking for hacks. Get quiet. Get uncomfortable. Get to work. Discipline is a form of self-respect. Every time you follow through, you're telling yourself, I matter. My goals matter. My word matters. That kind of consistency builds confidence. And confidence, once built, becomes a weapon. There's nothing more dangerous than a person who needs no applause, no validation, no rescue, only purpose. You become unshakable, unstoppable. And suddenly, the very people who doubted you start asking how you did it. So here's how you stopped waiting. You started walking. You shut out the noise. You killed the excuses. You looked in the mirror and decided, I'll be the one. And that decision made you powerful. When you finally decide to take ownership of everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, you become untouchable, because no one can take from you what you've already claimed, and no one can stop you when you've stopped depending on their permission. People will tell you you're too intense, too focused, too isolated. That's the price of becoming exceptional. The average fear intensity because it reminds them of everything they could be, but chose not to. Let them stare. You've got bigger battles. The day you stop needing to be understood is the day you start becoming dangerous. You don't need applause. You don't need a handout. You don't even need encouragement. You need vision. And vision is something most people never develop because it requires work without reward. At first, no one claps for the climb. They only notice the view. So climb anyway. Bleed in silence. Sacrifice with discipline. And when the time comes, let the view speak louder than every critic, every doubter, every voice that once called you crazy. This isn't about being angry at the world. It's about waking up to the truth. You are the answer. You are the rescue. You are the strategy. All you've been looking for was already in your hands, but you were too busy waiting to use it. You want freedom. Earn it. Want peace? Earn it. Want peace? Earn it. Want legacy? Earn it. And stop thinking someone else is going to give it to you. What you don't build for yourself will never be real, and what you build with your own hands, that's unshakable. This is the part where most people quit, right before the breakthrough, right when it gets quiet, lonely, hard. That's when the weak turn back, but not you, because now you finally understand no one is coming and you don't need them to. You are the storm. You are the pressure. You are the discipline. You are the strategy. Everything you thought you lacked was never missing. It was buried under fear, delay, and comfort. And now you've burned it all down. You've made space for the version of you that doesn't flinch. The moment you stop asking for permission, the world starts noticing your power. You no longer walk. You move with command, with purpose, with fire. People feel the shift. They sense the distance. That's what happens when you stop playing small and start walking like you own your life. You want to change the game? Start acting like no one's coming, because they're not. Stop performing for likes. Stop performing for likes. Stop chasing validation. Stop softening your voice to be accepted by people who never even heard your message. Rise without them. Win without them. This journey isn't set about making noise. It sets about making history, quietly, ruthlessly, daily, and the legacy you leave will not be built by people saving you. It will be built by the day you stood up and said, I still save myself. If you've made it this far, drop a 100 in the comments. It shows you are part of the 1% that's improving every single day.